Yeah, I'm grab you a water hydrate.
Please, mate. Lovely.
There you go.
Very much. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad, yourself?
All right, mate, yeah, all right. Been a while since I've seen you in the flesh. And obviously I know we speak on the phone and stuff, but seeing someone in the flesh for the first time in a long time, especially when you made the progression you have physically, I've really noticed it when you walk in the door, you look a different shape.
Massive.
Well, you do, especially for welter.
Yeah, I feel big. I'm feeling into the weight. Remember, I wasn't sure if I was going to cut down to light welter or stay at welter. It was always that, could I really make it when I was considerably small for a welterweight? Thought, do you know what, maybe if I try to get down to light welter, but these are the growing years. These are the years where you're becoming a man, so to speak. So, you know, I filled into the weight nicely and I'll continue to fill into the weight.
Seeing you in there with Tony, your focus, that you fully understand what this process requires from you day in, day out. Because it requires pretty much everything, doesn't it?
Of course it does. I mean, I give 100% every single training session. I give 100% to my career. It's not like, you know, I'm being content, being comfortable with what I have now. That's irrelevant. What I have now, the nice life that I have, that's not my motive. My motive is to be world champion, and I'm just going to keep grafting, keep working, and I say hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard, and I'm a strong believer in that. Am I talented? I would say so, but I believe my hard work is what's going to get me through.
You've always said how much you love fighting, because it's not something you've ever needed to do. This is what you love doing.
Yeah.
Is that world title for you, is that like a badge of honour, like a certificate to say, I know I can fight, and now this proves I can fight?
Being a world champion is the ultimate goal for any fighter. Like, everyone wants to be a world champion. At the end of the day, I'm going to have a good career. And like, that goes without saying. People are going to be entertained, and you know what, people go, yeah, he's a good fighter. He always gives you value for money. Whatever happens, yeah, it would be nice to be world champion. Yeah, it would be nice to be, you know, like these fighters, the Americans going, yeah, I'm gonna be this and I'm gonna be that, and you look at them and you just think, you're so delusional. You know them guys. I'm not that guy, but I work hard, and when I mean that hard work beats talent when talent work hard, I don't mean that I'm the greatest fighter out there, but I'll leave no stone unturned, every camp. And this is the sort of fight against Sebastian Formella I get to show everything I've been working on. But at the end of the day, hurdles happen in life. You just got to keep going, you got to get through them. After the first pain-up fight, I thought, mate, I've got to call it a day. And then the second fight, my dad's going in interviews, yeah, if you can't beat him, you best hang up the gloves. I'm thinking, oh.
Cheers, Dad.
Yeah, cheers, mate. No pressure.
So what changed from thinking I could possibly hang this up now to wanting to carry on and changing your mindset? What changed?
I don't know. I just kept going. It wasn't like I sat down. I just had doubts in my head. You know, like you got the angel on one side and the devil on the other. It was like, yeah, you ain't good enough. You just call it quits, go back to painting and decorating.
Which is louder though? Depends what day.
On Sundays in church, this one's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I leave church and this one's
For
pretty
the
good.
other
For the
6
rest of the
days,
week.
that's giving you good, yeah.
For the rest of the week, he's at it.
Okay.
But no, it's just one of them things. Like even now, do I sometimes doubt myself? Of course I do. I train out of fear majority of the time of losing. But then again, I think if it was at the flip side of the coin and I was confident and, you know, thought I was all down a bag of chips, would I train as hard as I do? So then I think my fear of losing makes me train as hard as I do, which is why I leave no stone unturned.
I know you've taken a bit of a step back from social media the last year or so, and I guess that's because, and I think you're not alone, most fighters at all levels get stick. People want to shoot down anybody that has a chance of success that they feel like has come from something other than just their hard work. Now, you know what you've done to get to this point, you know the hard work, but people go, oh, he's a Ben, that's why he's got the opportunity. Same with Eubank. But how is it when you read those comments over and over and over again? And go back to this, you're a human being reading these kind of comments. At what point did you go, I just need to step away from all of this now?
There weren't a moment where I was like, I need to step away from this. It was just, subconsciously, it's in your head.
Yeah.
So you may go, oh yeah, it don't really bother me. I don't think it's bothering me, but subconsciously it is because I'm snapping at my missus or I'm snapping at whoever it is. Why am I snapping? I've had a great day. Just signed a nice good deal, just got a brand new car, but I'm still snapping. Why am I snapping? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could be a little something that sticks. Could be read 10 positive comments and then you just got that one.
And that one's the one that sticks?
The one, yeah, the one that sticks. Or you got fighters calling me out, which drives me absolutely mad. And then I get all revved up and I'm going knocking on his door. Do you know what I mean? I'm sitting at 2 in the morning thinking, I'm gonna go knock on his door, mask up and see what he's got to say. So, and then it's just like, do I really care? Do I really need to care? Do I need to waste my energy caring what they think? No, not really.
Yeah.
I don't need to have someone walk in my front door, give me a slap and then walk out and I can't do nothing about it.
That's how you see it?
Yeah, I don't need that unnecessarily, because I've never had anyone say nothing to my face. And God have mercy on their souls if they did. I don't need social media, I don't need to see the praise, because I'm not that guy, I don't need it.
You feel happier since?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Your brain is the most powerful thing, but people don't realise, they don't know how to deal with their emotions, they don't know how to deal with negative comments, negative feedback, the pressure. And so there was a lot for me to deal with turning pro at 19, was it? 19, there was just so much to deal with inside and outside the ring, but I didn't understand. I remember my parents had me under their wing.
And then suddenly, bang, you're in the public eye.
I'm in the public eye. There's an expectation, being a role model, not being able to make a mistake without paying a consequence for it. Whereas sometimes you go, yeah, you can just go, yeah, I learned from that. And sometimes you're so in the limelight that you just end up getting stuck. And like, you sort of sometimes feel like you're caught in a trap. And then people paint this picture of you, then you've got to try and realise that they don't know you. And you sort of got to learn to have thick skin.
What have you learned about yourself since you've been working on it?
I've learned to relax and breathe. Do you know what I mean? Don't get so caught up. Because every year that comes, I worry about what that year presents. Because the last 4 years for me have been so good. Each year it's got better and better. So I'm thinking, hold on a minute. This is going to be the year where it all goes wrong. It's been great up until now. Don't get me wrong, there's been hurdles and injuries, but overall, when you look at it, there ain't been nothing too drastic. So I end up worrying about something that ain't even going to happen. I end up wasting time now worrying about things that ain't even going to happen. But then also I waste time looking at the past, worrying about what's happened. So it's all just like...
So it's about staying in the present, it's about being present.
Being present, which is very hard to do, not dwell. Not dwell on things, not dwell on what the future may hold.
Gratitude's really important, isn't it? Being grateful for what you have now, rather than worrying about what you haven't got, what you didn't have in the past.
I don't worry about what I haven't got. So I think when I was on social media, you look at what other people have and you sometimes slightly do the comparisons.
Of course you do.
Like, and that was another thing that was like, yeah, well, like they're living good, but another person's walking pace is another person's running pace. There's a bigger picture.
Yeah.
Like there's so much more to life. Like, I want to be a good dad, I want to be a good partner, I want to travel, I want to see my family in Australia. And when I really realised is when I go back home to Australia, and when you go like to your mum and dad's house and all the other kids are like, just like, like, how can I say, like all Australian, like, laid back and
yeah, they're so chilled there.
Yeah, and I go over there and it's like, you're not living cuckoo land.
Yeah.
I mean, but really.
But do they live in cuckoo land or do you? Are they got it right? Maybe they've got it right.
They've got it right, I've got it wrong. So I live in like madland to them. They live in cuckoo. They're like, they've got it so right, they're on the mark. And you think, do you know what? It's like, really?
If I said to you, show me an example of a good dad, what would that dad be doing?
I would say my dad. Because I can't fault my dad. Did he have his demons? Yeah, he did. But as far as it went for being a dad, I know he done what he thought was best. Do you know what I mean? So then obviously I can then take the mistakes my dad made, raise me, and I'll learn from that. So being a good dad, being there for your kids, obviously my dad was there for me, being a role model to your kids, letting your kids believe that you can achieve anything in this world. And I think that's so important. Then growing up as well, I'll be able to spend so much time with my kids. Because if I'm not here now, I'll be in bed, chilling. After every session, I'll go gym, I'll go home, I'll go bed. I'll go gym, I'll go home, I'll go bed. So I'm going to be a very fortunate father that I'll be able to spend a lot of time with my kids.
And time is probably the most important thing you can give your kids. It's not money, it's not things, it's that contact, isn't it?
No, you're right.
Talk to me about how the team and the structure that's around you just allows you to stay on task and to stay in your lane and focus on that lane.
Well, funnily enough, Tony knew my mum before my mum even met my dad. And then my dad used to spar Tony.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it goes way back. Tony trained a few of my cousins as well.
Darren was telling me about the sparring footage. He said Tony was
Unbelievable, isn't it?
was doing well.
He was doing well. So yeah, it's my dad come in has obviously trusted me with Tony, and Tony's been with me from the get-go. He knows how I work as an athlete, which is so important because you see so many fighters switch trainers, and it takes a while for a trainer to get to know the athlete and what makes the athlete tick. How does the athlete work? And he does things like all the time. Like we'll be on the track or something, and he'll go to me, "Oh yeah, Con, you know, like you gotta really, you know, are you sure you can beat Ryder on this?" Like, I'm just not sure. I'm thinking, I ain't playing your games, Tony. I ain't playing your games.
Yeah, but he's planted the seed.
He's planted it already, and I'm like, I ain't playing your games, mate. Like, this is my 11th, and then I try and justify in my head. So as far as trainer goes, then obviously I've got my boys, my cousin Justin and Kaleem been me from the get-go. Kaleem used to pay for my food. When my dad would only give me 50 quid a week, which was, and then I'd have to train from Ilford to Brentwood, and it was, so then I'd sleep at the gym and then go back and then get up at like 5 in the morning to walk to the station from Henley Road. And yeah, I know, and I forget I'd done all this.
Yeah.
Not having anyone on my back. You know, I would get up at like 5 in the morning, walk to Ilford station get there for 7, get there for 6, and then catch a train here, get here for 7, say, and then do my sprint, sleep at the gym, and then train back. I'd do that off my own back. I didn't have anyone telling me to do nothing. You know, and that was off the little bit of money that my dad would give me. I'd have to train it back here, and Tony would come and pick me up from the train station, or Ryder would, or Mitchell. And then I forget, yeah, I used to do that. And trust me, getting up in Australia, you know, normal hours, to getting up here in Ilford, 5 o'clock in the morning, walking out in freezing cold.
Yeah.
Telling you, that's a wake-up call.
Yeah.
Then I thought, do you know what am I going to do? Like, what am I going to do with myself? And then, you know, doors just open. When another door closes, another door opens. And you've got the likes of Lee and Luke. Luke sponsored me from the get-go. Lee negotiated my first contract. I remember I didn't have no money at all, and I was like, Lee, like, I need this contract. I can't remember what it was. I think I got like 1,200. Like, and I was like
buzzing,
like balling.
I'm a millionaire.
Like, I was giving it all that, like, you know, like, yeah, I felt good. And then I know I used to have about 600 quid left by the end of the month. I wouldn't even see 1,200 quid now. Do you know what I mean? So it's funny how the essential, you know, the growth is and the progression, and it just happens. And things I always dreamt of, or I have now, and I'm dreaming of a lot more. But, you know, these are the people that were from the beginning and really helped me. I can't do everything on my own. They allow me to just focus on my training. I haven't got to worry about this and worry about that. They've allowed me to just focus on grafting and working as hard as I am. So I don't want to disappoint them either. But I don't, because everyone knows that I'm a hard worker. You know, they say it's hard to get out of bed in silk pajamas.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Marvin Hagler, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I disagree. I get out of bed in silk pajamas, into my Range Rover with heated seats. They've got massages on them now, and I still get up and outwork these people. I mean, so I completely disagree with that. Again, I say, what's scarier? Someone who has no choice but to fight, or someone who has a choice but chooses to fight? Again, I think that's a lot more dangerous, because I ain't got to fight, and I can go through the trenches. Not that I've ever had to go through trenches in my life. I don't come from the ends. I don't come from the projects. But I still got that fighter in me. I think you're born with that. Some people go, yeah, well, if Silver Spoon, right then, test me, and we'll find out. Do you know what I mean? So, again, the team play a massive part. We all work as one. And, you know, after this victory against Sebastian Formula, you know, I know a few people I want to get it.
Well, mate, a pleasure to speak to you as always. And I guess that just leaves me to wish you all the best with the Formella fight and continue success with whatever comes next.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.